Hey, it's lit. Welcome to RGTP. You already know the drill. We're going to head over to the NFL. We officially have preseason kickoff. We have the Hall of Fame game, 16-3 Steelers over the Cowboys. Obviously, no big stars played this week. Claypool had a little bit of an injury, a little banged up, but he's all right. Obviously, you think the game was trash. Didn't find it very entertaining. I don't blame you. I didn't either. But it's great to have football back. Tell me now.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was nice to see Najee Harris, Yeah, the Steelers, we are talking about them this week. So, I mean, the Steelers are going to be the Steelers. It was nice to see Najee Harris, even though I hate Bama, burning passion, hate him. It is nice to see he first rush went for a first down and then didn't do much. It started off great and then
Well, we got big news. Aaron Rodgers moving around his contract a little bit. He's set to be the last year's contract got voided, so he's expected to play the season. Whatever happens, happens, and then he's most likely looking to get traded next year
to the Buccaneers.
That'd be insane.
That
would be ridiculous.
But I would retire from watching football. I swear to God.
The agreement is a verbal agreement. I was listening to Eric Mangini the other day. He said NFL verbal agreements, don't believe it. Aaron Rodgers might have gotten himself in a little bit of a pickle thinking he's probably going to get traded next season. But if it isn't anything written in stone and set in an actual factual contract, you can't. Mangini says don't take Gutekunst's word for it. So they could try to just trap him in for another year after this year. So what you thinking? Are we out of is Rodgers out of Green Bay?
Yeah, see, the way I read it when I first saw it, granted, I'm nobody, right? I thought he was going to just be gone. Not even get traded. Just, I'm out after this year. I can go wherever I want. Obviously, if that happens, Green Bay, it's like, why did y'all not try trading him? So now that I think about it, he probably isn't just gone, but there has been crazier things to happen. He could just walk, I hope he does. I don't know where he goes, but it's time to see
Buccaneers.
That man. Do not put that in the cosmos, man. Don't do that. Stop.
I know he's not really going to the Buccaneers.
That'd be some shit.
That would be crazy.
That would be some shit.
You don't need two fucking great quarterbacks.
We're going from the reigning MVP to the potential MVP. We got Josh Allen signing a massive 6-year, $258 million deal. $150 million guaranteed. Josh Allen is set to be the quarterback for Buffalo Bills through 2028, I believe.
Wow.
Yes, sir. He's just signed a very fat deal. I think it's the largest per year salary.
Real quick, if the rumor I saw yesterday is true, they won't be the Buffalo Bills for much longer.
Oh, is that moving to where
Austin, Texas.
Right.
Bro, that was the most random place.
Yeah, there was a rumor out there that the Buffalo Bills were thinking of relocating to Austin, Texas, adding another team in Texas.
Why?
I don't remember.
Hey,
I can't tell you.
Congrats to the Bills. They finally found their quarterback since Jim Kelly. It's taken them 30 years. Yeah, almost 30 years for them to find their quarterback, and he's good. When people thought he was going to be a bust, he proved people wrong.
Yeah, like I said, potential MVP year coming for Josh Allen. He's had a very good year last year, but he just got to get over the Kansas City hump because honestly, no one else in the AFC seems to really be giving them much troubles right now. We'll see what Baltimore got to do, and Cleveland, and Pittsburgh, and the North, because we're moving on to that next. So
thank God you didn't say the Bengals. We know
they're get right to the bottom with the Bengals. We're going to start right with the Bengals on over/under 6.5 wins. What you thinking, Mom? These are your guys right here. This is your LSU boys.
My guy.
These are your guys.
Joe Burrow.
Chase.
Yes, sir. 4 games. You know what's funny? I gave them 4.5. I gave them 4. They're the Bengals, and honestly, I don't expect them to do anything. And there was reports that Joe Burrow in training camp if it wasn't like a high pat, it was wildly inaccurate. He was lifting his leg where it was his ACL, right? His MCL, ACL. It was a lot that was done to his knee.
Yeah, he had to get that fixed.
I know they got an offensive lineman in the second round, but I think it was Walker Little. I don't remember who it was now. But the question is, why didn't they go Penei Sewell? I know Joe Burrow wanted Jamar Chase, and I'm excited to see them back together.
That's why.
But Penei Sewell, a wide receiver isn't going to help you stay up. And
look what happened to Rodgers, man.
Yeah.
Rodgers been asking for shit for years, and they're not listening to him. He wants to leave. You got a franchise young quarterback on his first deal. He's cheap as hell. He wants his best buddy, man. That's it.
I hope they do great. It's just they're the Bengals, and the Bengals are going to be the Bengals, and the Bengals usually suck. So
I hear it. I agree. I think they're still a piece away on both sides of the ball. I like
piece, just one piece.
Pieces, I get it, but there's like
Their whole cake.
they have a potential to be something like the Browns, where they just have a stockpile of players, and it's kind of like a weird collection of players, but it's really good players. I like Betts in their in the secondary. They have Mixon as a running back. They have Burrow. They have Chase. They have Higgins. They have options. They need to fix their O-line, obviously, and a little bit more on the defense, but I think it's a team that has potential to have them under. I ain't gonna say they got 7. I'll give them 6. But I think this team has potential to get somewhere, but they're a few pieces away. Maybe another 2 years away.
No, believe in Joe Burrow. That man, he will improve. He'll be in practice like, okay, that was good, but it needs to be better. So they are in a good spot. It's just they're the Bengals.
They're the Bengals. I hear it.
They're the Bengals.
Moving over, we got the Steelers over under on 9. We got Roethlisberger being somewhat healthier than he normally is. I don't know how you want to take that. Roethlisberger doesn't really do shit in the offseason. He's known for that. He's actually come out and said he like drinks wine and just chills on the treadmill every once in a while. He doesn't really work out or anything like that. So he's in great shape this year. Their O-line is decimated, however. So I don't know what Najee Harris is going to do much, but I have them at an even 9-8. I don't think they're going to go over that. Their defense is still amazing. So I think their defense will keep them in a lot of games. But Big Ben is going to choke up a couple games, and that O-line is going to help off some games.
I give them 7.
Jeremy, man, we are linked right now. I gave them 7 as well. I gave them 7. It's just they started out 11-0 last year. And Big Ben did work out last year. He worked out for like the first time ever last year. You laugh, but that's actual, like you said, dude did nothing in the offseason. He finally starts working out, worked out again this year. Their O-line is different. You know, they lost some people. They didn't lose much on their defense. But the two teams, the Ravens and the Browns, I just see them so much better than the Steelers. And I can't give them 8. I can't. The Steeler fans can come at me, but I can't give them 8.
I give them 9-8. I think they'll, just because of the extra game, just because there's going to be an extra game this year, I think they'll be able to win that. I don't think they're going anywhere.
And why is there going to be an extra game this year?
They agreed to add on an extra regular season game and took off a preseason game. So the preseason went from 4 to 3 games, and the regular season went from 16 to 17.
Okay.
They play the same amount of games. It's just one
less preseason.
Yeah,
more
one
regular
carry.
season.
Yeah, one carries over.
One matters now.
Yeah.
One
now
matters.
there's definitive. You're either over 500 or under 500 because you could go 8-8 and go even on the season. So now
That's why there's the
you can go 8-1 now. 8-1. Who's going to be the first team?
8-1. At least this year. I don't think anyone's going to get the 8-1 in the first year that this started. Maybe next year. I don't think it happens this year. But moving over, we got the Browns. A team that we seem to have different opinions on. So I'll let you shit on them first.
Wait, what is their
what?
What is their over under?
10 games. So they actually are a better team.
You think I'm about to shit on them? I got them over 10.5 at least. I truthfully think this is the year. I think the Browns can make a Super Bowl run.
Browns going to the Super Bowl.
I think they actually can.
Every night.
They figured out the offense. They figured out the offense with Baker. They got Nick Chubb signed. They got Kareem Hunt as the backup. You see how good they were last year without Odell Beckham. Odell's coming back. They got Jarvis, third receiver, I forget, but I'm pretty sure he played well because yeah. So he was solid. And then they got Njoku, Austin Hooper. Their offensive line is good. And then the defense, you got Myles Garrett. You got Jadeveon Clowney, who Jadeveon isn't going to get you the sacks, but he's going to get you the pressures from the left side where he runs into Myles Garrett on the right side. That's scary. Greedy Williams, LSU, of course, coming back from an injury. They got Denzel Ward, another amazing corner for him. Grant Delpit is coming back from an injury. LSU, got to root for him. And then who'd they sign from the Rams again? Johnson?
Johnson at safety, and they've got Troy Hill, slot corner.
Yeah. The Browns, I do think they're making the Super Bowl. Just how good that team on paper, that team is making the Super Bowl. Obviously, anything can happen, but the Browns, I think they're going to make it.
The Browns are going 8-1 this year.
Probably.
All right. That was not the team I thought you had going under. Surprise, surprise to me. We are on very similar page, except I don't know if they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. But offense, best running back combo in the league, without a doubt. Offensive line, top 2 or 3 in the NFL. Baker coming back. Contract year for Baker. He can sign an extension. Allen just signed his. Baker's looking at 6 years, $258, and that looks and sounds really fucking nice right about now. So he's going to be up for a big year. I love everything they did on defense. The reason I went back and forth on this, on over-under, I went with over because of the defense mainly, is where they made all the massive changes. But I think it's going to give them a little bit of trouble to start the year, considering they're going to have to plug in so many new pieces together, guys that haven't played together yet.
They got that rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
The linebacker.
He was high in everybody's mock for a while, and then he dropped. Mm-hmm. And it feels like the Browns every year get somebody in the second round who is like, oh, yeah, no, he's going first round, and then the draft comes around, and it's like, oh, yeah, we got him with the 60th pick. That was Grant Delpit last year. That's JOK this year. Greedy Williams the year before. And you know how last week I thought it was Corey Linsley who was on the Browns?
Yeah.
It was actually J.C. Treader. He was a former center of the Green Bay Packers who then went to the Browns. And I got those up.
Okay. I hear it. Yeah, wow. Browns Super Bowl. Who would have fucking thought?
Yep, Browns Super Bowl. Put the money on it now.
8-1.
Okay. So then that means you are under 11 games on Baltimore. And I need to hear why.
So it's not wild, right? It's also 10.5. So obviously it's under because it's under 11. But the Ravens, as we said, the Bengals are the Bengals. The Ravens are the Ravens, and the Ravens always have an elite defense. Lamar Jackson, people hate on him because he's a running quarterback and his accuracy is iffy. But it's Lamar Jackson. That dude is dynamic. You got Hollywood Brown. The running back is a running back committee. The Ravens will still be good. It's just, can they get the playoff success that they're looking for? And Lamar's getting his statue outside of Louisville. So
Lamar's up for a big payday too.
Yep. Seeing Josh get that 6.258, how much is Lamar asking for?
265, 270. Probably, considering he has the MVP.
The Ravens are going to win 11 games.
I respect it. I hear it. I have them going over. A lot of the same reasons. The defense is still going to be the same. They only lost, I believe, Judon, mainly on the defensive side. I think they're going to be all right, though. They have the best running game because Lamar's a running quarterback. So Lamar's going to get you 100 and something yards on the ground and another 100 over the air. So don't know why you're going to hate the guy. Edwards is still there, and J.K. Dobbins is still there, and running back, they're just going to run it up. They're just going to run it up. Your defense is going to get tired because you're going to be chasing these guys around because they're just going to keep running and running and running. I love Hollywood Brown's going to have to show up this year, start making some really big plays. And who'd they draft? Not Moore.
Bateman.
Rashad Bateman. Yep. I think he's going to be a very key piece to their offense this year. And a lot of people aren't going to realize how good of a year he's having till probably after like week 10 or 11. People are going to be like, oh, shit, we should start covering this kid because he's going to be cooking early. I think him and Lamar are going to get on a good weight.
Right? He's a tall wide receiver. He's like 6'3" to 6'5", right?
Yeah.
That's what Lamar has been looking for. The person who, like I mentioned, his accuracy is a little iffy. So when it goes high, Marquise Brown is shorter.
Yep.
You got Bateman, who is like, all right, I'll go up there and get it, And we mentioned this in an earlier episode. Last year, the Browns versus the Ravens, game of the year. My bad. Game of the year. And I expect more of those games this year between those two.
Oh, massive improvements. Agreed. I think the Ravens have a better chance, myself, to get to the Super Bowl than the Browns. I think where the Browns might have a bit of the advantage is potentially going to be on the defense. I'm not going to lie. I think the Browns might have a little bit better defense. And as stacked as they are on offense, the offense doesn't always get it done. So it's going to be a lot on Baker to see what he does and then to see how far Lamar Jackson's accuracy can actually improve, see how far they can take them because Kansas City's very much still the team to beat. You got tons of teams on the come up. You got Buffalo, Miami, if they can figure out what the hell they're going on with Tua and quarterback, that could be a problem. Patriots are going to come back just as tough. A bunch of opt-outs coming back in. You got, honestly, 3 teams in this division because if Pittsburgh can figure it out and that defense can be a problem, they're going to be in for a hell of a time, man.
I gave them 7, but the Steelers, they always somehow find a way to be good. And it's so annoying.
11-0 last year. Somehow, some fucking way, man. Somehow, some way. I'll tell you that. That shit's crazy. Moving on to our last big. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. We'll end this week's episode. We'll be back next week with some more topics. Obviously, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell, turn on the noties, follow on every social media you can find us on. Upload weekly videos. Just trying out different things for you guys. Still got to make some more improvements for y'all. Jeremy's on a water jug challenge.
Comment and tell me what you think is in here. First person to guess and comment correctly gets $10 from me personally on Cash App.
You know if someone's gonna say it's like rum.
Hey, anybody can say whatever it is. It's brown like Hennessy. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Love y'all. Stay safe.
Word.